Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica stuff here, and you can see we have these little black spaces in the corners. We're gonna create a design that would fill these corners, but the difference this time is that I think we want to make 4 different designs. So we've definitely never done it like that before. Let's see how it goes. Let's put the bones on a little bit here. I think we're going to want them to evoke either the top or the bottom, at least for these left ones. So this one wants to be something that evokes the design on the top here. Maybe we'll do That's pretty cool. All right, first try, got it. Got it in one. Love it. Any interweaving snake pattern is always pretty cool in Greek art. Okay, now we move on to the bottom left. No, I don't like that. I think I would want to do something with this that's no. Maybe we'll redo what we had on the top, because I don't think that this dot design really works as a corner piece. So the top part, honestly, we could just duplicate it. We don't have to redraw it. Good. And we'll just fill in the parts that don't hit. Great. So that's done. Yeah, that's a nice... It also kind of works as like a top of this wooden beam. Because as you can see, the wooden driftwood wall that the Greeks have built, I made it so that the left side looks like it's part of their wall. And the right side is totally different because it's obviously the wall is only on the left side here. I really like this. This design is kind of experimental for us. And I think we hit something pretty cool with it. Okay, so now let's try and come up with something for here. Let's look for some inspiration on these pictures I have collected. There's not a lot of really room to do much, so no, it's like you really don't have space to do almost anything here. What if we just put in like a little section like that? I think that's fine. Honestly, that'll probably work for the top as well, because we can't duplicate what we had on the left side. It's too thin for that. Come on, grab. Damn you. Grab the edge. There you go. Okay, that is all four corners. And this is the main piece, so let's just merge all this. Actually, we're not even merging it because we're going to put them in a group. And we're going to put this group into this group. Although, actually, for the... Whoa, what happened? We can't put it in the group because we have a mat which turns off whatever's in the spot where the corners are. This has to be above. And that means this has to be outside the layer. The corners, however, can be one merged item. We don't need those to be their own thing because we can easily separate them again if we ever had to. Okay, let's give this a quick save because we're going to now... and let's duplicate it also. Because now we're going to do the weathering effects. And I'm not sure... So it's 38 megs. It'll be interesting to see how big it gets. Also, fair warning, at any point now the stream could crash because basically the iPad, because it's streaming from the iPad and it takes so much processing power to do the work on the document once it gets bigger. If the document gets really big and then, kind of, it can boot the stream basically. Okay, I'm seeing a pretty interesting design idea here. I'm trying to stay open to we're arriving at a lot of background textures we like, but I don't want to just arrive on one and then say okay, I'm going to do that for every picture. We want still, the whole point of this project is it's supposed to look like each picture is drawn by a different artist, ancient Greek artist. So we're going to try and keep doing unique background textures. So this one is basically it looks like a brushed texture that goes left to right. That's not getting us anywhere. This is too similar of a color here, which we don't want it to be too different for this one because I actually do kind of want it to match. Yeah, like that. So let's get a big old brush. We're just gonna brush it left to right. Great. Okay, that's what we want. Now, we're going to add in a couple more things. So, and this is where the skill set of like painting comes in, because when you're painting, you have to be able to like look at a color and be able to actually not only like accurately identify that color, but do so within other colors that are next to it, which is, if you've never done that before, it's extremely difficult to do, because colors trick the eye, you know, as you may recognize from that thing where there was like the dress that looked, you know, some people thought it was black and some people thought it was whatever. Colors will trick the eye when they're next to each other. Yeah, this is what we want. Good. And we're going to keep going with this. Okay. It's sort of a pale, yep, close to that. Yep, that's pretty much it. A little bit less pale. Okay, good. Now, we're going to do a layer that's on that layer. And can we just do a selection thing? It's going to be too hard to see what we're doing. Yep, that's pretty much it. So we're going to turn the ink down on this one. And this is basically just going to put this color only within the sections where we already drew that other color. It's kind of giving it like a layering effect, as if these are specific pieces of some type of like calcification or aging, different than the other stuff. Good, great. Okay, love that. Now, do another masked layer. It's going to be a bit brighter. Not that yellow, though. Yep. Now we're getting there. Let's turn the ink down on this too. Okay, love this. What else do we want now? I would like to get some... I don't know how I can get this like texture that I want. Maybe we could use a different brush. Let's take a look at this. If we did, let's just use black for a second. If we do black like this, it creates a texture that's continuing. That's kind of a nice brush. What is this? Gouache tilt. I've never worked with gouache before. Cross hatching. Oh, interesting. It's like an automated way to do cross hatching. I don't really like that. All right, I don't think we're going to get necessarily this look that I'm going for in the way that I'm looking for it, but let's see if we can maybe do some kind of substitution. So take like that, make like a darker version. Not darker, deeper. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that kind of did it. We want those sort of like lines. Good. We'll probably mask this, but first let's just jump out of the document real quick and we'll see how big it's getting. So yeah, you can see now it was like 30 something megs. Now it's 176. Our work on the backgrounds always ends up doing the most damage in terms of like file size. So we're going to see if we can turn this into like a burn, no, not burn layer. Yeah, I don't really know enough about these kinds of like layer styles or whatever to do it effectively. So let's just take this and we'll put it underneath a few of these layers. Oh wait, no, we don't want that. Does that appear anywhere? No, if it's this low, it doesn't even show up. This is kind of nice, where it shows up a little bit. Okay. Now let's make a new layer. And let's just do something where the bottom is a little more affected than the top. We're going to put this underneath here. Yeah, I think that looks good. This one's even above this bottom, or this other layer. But it gives it a nice kind of time of day feeling to it. Like it's actually like a sunrise or something. And the sun is rising on the Greeks in this picture who now have the help of Neoptolemus. You can come up with an explanation for anything as long as you do the art first and then come up with the explanation later. Okay. The next step would be, I guess, to just do the characters. So let's take all these and just put them in a layer, I guess. Let's see the final tally of file size. 208. So we, quintupled the size of the document or more just by putting in this background layer. The eyeball is going to come in later. Oh, you know what we forgot to do was the red accents. We'll see if we need them. Good. Great. Okay, so that's the black layer. Let's do the outline layer real quick. And we'll just see if we want the accents once we have that. I think we will. So for this, I would like to do a different type of outline. Let's take a look around here. Because that one with the glowing kind of like golden outlines is really cool. But that's not the only type of outline they did on this type of art. So let's try a different one. This looks like maybe this plus, oh, that's not good. Let's just do it on him for starters. we don't really want white sections showing through. We just want variation in the orange. The white is really just there so that there's something we can alpha the next part of the drawing onto. Okay, so now let's take this and maybe... No, we want it to be more... more like that. But now we're getting too opaque with it. Yes, but we definitely want to have red accents on here, and we might do something to... That's not doing anything. Stuff like the eyeball is not really... Oh, you know what? I know why that is. It's because the eyeball... Right. It's because... the eyeball was a cutout. So we have to get rid of that, or else it's not going to play. Alright, that should work. It doesn't have to get rid of all the black because... Oops. There you go. Now the eyeball works. Good. Okay, so we're on our way, ladies and gents. We're going to refine a little bit of the grunge on him because it's a little too heavy at the moment. And also we're going to add red accents to everybody. But we'll do that on the next one. Thanks for joining. The channel's called The Voice of Nick. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button. And I'll see you next time.